Hello Aries and welcome to Providence. My name is KK and this is your general weekly reading for the week commencing the 7th of June 2020. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're all very well. Once again, this is for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Aries, as well as cross watchers. Everyone is most welcome here. And as always, please be reminded that this is a general weekly reading and only to take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else out there in the collective. Aries. Well, the first card to start your weekly reading is the Page of Swords. And the pages are the messengers of the tarot for me. And the message the Page of Swords brings is one of new ideas. You've got a curiosity, a little bit of a thirst to learn new things, to gain knowledge and expertise, particularly in areas of communication, whether that be technological or speaking, writing communication. There's something in how you are communicating and you want to learn new ways of, getting your point across. Could also be about your own self-expression, talking the talk and walking the walk, so to speak. This also could pertain to a person in your life. We'd be talking about a younger person, perhaps a child of a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. You're going to seek inspiration from them, but this is all about your self-expression, your communication strategies, and again, into those, perhaps it's buying a new phone, perhaps it's upgrading some technology, at the moment, house party, Zoom, all those sorts of things, and that's how we're communicating. But there's some ideas around that, and you're really interested in exploring them this week. Keep that in mind with the good old Page of Swords there. Let us get all the cards on the deck for you, and let's get a little bit further into this weekly reading for you. There might be reasons. I did speak about this idea of self-expression. Perhaps you're curious about seeking some new ways of expressing your feelings, your emotions, your values, your belief systems, things like that this week. You've got the Nine of Wands as the card at the bottom of the deck, so the overarching energy for this week. Now, the Nine of Wands is known as the Wounded Warrior card. But this card absolutely speaks of your courage, your resilience, your perseverance in the face of obstacles, in the face of challenges, in the face of crises in your life. You are courageous, you are resilient, you have made your way through. Yes, you might be slightly wounded, but you've lived to tell the tale. So this is also a test of faith card. Perhaps you've been put in a certain position or circumstance to realise how courageous and resilient you actually are, Aries. So keep that in mind as the week rolls on. All right, what's crossing this Page of Swords this week for you? Well, the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is a celebratory card. This is about celebrations with your friends. It's about creativity. It's about success through collaborations. And when I always say the word collaborations, I think our minds instantly sort of go to a work setting. But collaborations can be with within your friendship groups, within your family. Perhaps the family really has had to hunker down during this pandemic and work in a collaborative fashion, but you're going to be celebrating. You've been very successful. It's success through group settings, perhaps is a better way to put it. And with this, it crossing this Page of Swords here, which is speaking about these new ideas of communicating, these, perhaps you've learnt these new ideas to communicate, to express yourself through these group collaborations, whether they be in a work setting or a family setting or a friendship setting. Perhaps it's just you and your tribe celebrating that you've all got through this together. So there is a celebration called for, or a success that will certainly be noted. You've got the Knight of Cups in your past position this week. Now, the Knights always bring an offering from the King and the Queen. And the charming I always call the Knight of Cups Prince Charming or Princess Charming, so to speak, trotting in there on his Palomino horse. But the offering the Knight of Cups brings is one about creativity and imagination. And there is the other half of that cup, I guess, that he brings is one of romance, charm and beauty. I'm really picking up on this creativity, this imagination, this curiosity to learn new things, you know, be creative in how you're expressing yourself, because it's absolutely going to garner success here, as this Three of Cups would suggest. So either this Knight of Cups can be that creativity, that imagination that you're embracing, I guess, in the recent past. And I'm feeling this is sort of within the last couple of weeks. Or this is somebody that you know. The Knight of Cups could certainly speak to a man or a woman, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. I don't read gender into the cards unless I'm called to do so. So it could be, as I said, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, perhaps in this group context that you've been collaborating with, and they are certainly the bearers of this creativity, this imagination that's bringing you great success at the moment. We've got the Two of Pentacles, which is in your grounding position this week. And the Two of Pentacles is known as the Juggler card, Aries. This is about you having multiple priorities, multiple demands, keeping all those balls up in the air, not dropping the ball, so to speak. This is also a card about you being an ace at time management, prioritization. And it's also a call to be really adaptable, to be flexible. You know, you might have a priority that isn't such a huge priority this week, so you can drop that ball a little bit and take something else into your schedule, into your life. But you're being an ace at it. You know, you haven't overcommitted yourself at the moment. You're not, you know, you're really organised. You've got it going on at the moment, Aries, so use that energy well. Keep those balls up in the air. Excuse me. In your crowning position this week, we have the Two of Wands, a little bit back into your familiar fire territory here with the Wands. And this is about future planning. This is about you seeing progress in your life. And this is about you wanting to discover new ways that you can expand in your life. Here you are standing with the globe in your hands, the world in your hands. The world is your oyster here. You're really thinking about the future. I think this sort of communication down here with this Page of Swords has a lot to do with your future. And you've got some decisions to make as these two wands. You've got one arm here, you know, suggesting that there's a decision to make about your future at the moment. So keep that in mind. And then the High Priestess. The High Priestess card is the outcome for you this week, Aries. And I kind of went, because I did over here say this Knight of Cups could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And the High Priestess card here is the Pisces card. So if there's a Pisces in your life, I'd be paying them a little bit of extra special attention this week, Aries. But the High Priestess is about intuition, is about the subconscious mind. She's got the moon here at her feet, speaking about those two things. She holds the sacred scrolls in her hands. She is the seer. You know, she knows all this sacred knowledge, this ancient knowledge. And when the High Priestess turns up in a reading, I always tell people to pay particular attention to their dreams throughout the week. There's some sort of spiritual download, so to speak, some knowledge that the universe is trying to give you at the moment. And the High Priestess does work a lot in this dreamlike state. So if you're into dream journaling, by all means, you might receive a little bit of a download during a meditation session if that's your practice. But absolutely be paying attention to your dreams. It is the realm in which the High Priestess works, but there's certainly information coming to you this week, and it's got to do with about this future planning that you're making. It's all tied into communication somehow for you this week. Remember, you are resilient. You will pass the test here as the Wounded Warrior. Great. Really interesting reading, Aries. As always, I'd like to take one final message just to summarise the weekly reading for you. But if you are resonating with this, by all means, please give the video a like. Please feel free to leave a comment if you would like to. And if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button below the video, as I do have ongoing weekly readings for everybody. And the card that flipped out there is the number 48. It's Porcupine Spirit. And the message Porcupine brings is time for beginner's mind. This is time to start looking at things with the fresh eyes. Time for beginner's mind. It's about this curiosity, what this Page of Swords is talking about here. Let's see what other messages the Porcupine has for you this week. All right. When Porcupine Spirit calls your name, you are being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with curiosity. The old confining stories no longer have a hold on you. Life is full of surprises hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you have been seeking, whether it is in a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence. You have all you need right now to co-create what you desire. Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There is so much waiting for you that you have yet to discover. I will leave you with that as the final message of the week, Aries. I do wish you a wonderful week ahead, and I do look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, from me to you, much love and light. Bye-bye.